Randy Thompson, a certified master gardener with the Bell County Master Gardener Association, and I'm going to show you how to build a raised bed box to plant your blueberries. Okay, I'm here at the lumber section of a big box store, and I'm going to try to find me a really good straight 2 by 12 by 12 inch pressure treated board. Okay, I've selected this one. This looks like a pretty good one, nice and straight. So now we're going to see if we can get somebody to cut it into 4 even pieces of 36 inches each. Okay, we've got a nice looking 12-foot board here, and we're going to have it cut. We're going to cut this into 4 even pieces. 4 even pieces. So we've got these 4 nice and even boards that Eric Drake was kind enough to cut for us. And now we'll take them home and put the box together. We're going to also need 2 packages of these 4-inch brackets so we can brace our sides up. And you will also need to get some deck or construction screws 2.5 inches long at least, so you can go into the deep parts of the wood. You can use cross point or star point, whichever type of bit you want to use. Okay, I've got all my tools and materials laid out, and I also have a couple of tables put up so we don't have to work off the ground. This is helpful, especially if you're working by yourself, and it shouldn't be too much trouble since this is such a small box. We're ready to start putting the box together, and I've got Debbie here to help me. So we're going to start by using this table and use it as a brace. Okay, we're going to put these 2 boards together, and when you put the boards together, make sure that they line up really well. If you notice this, there's a big gap right in here. So what we're just going to do is turn this around and see if we can make a better fit. And this fits much better. So now that we've got it straight and it's level, we're going to take one of these braces and we're going to put it on the top. And I always put it on the top. You don't have to necessarily put one on the top. You can put them all on the sides if you want to, but I just usually put it on the top. And these 2 don't have to have a long screw because they are not going through 2 boards. Down here it's going through 2 boards, so we need a long screw. So I'm going to drill. Okay, this one here we're going to do at the top. It does not have to have a long screw. Put another one in here, and that will be held. Now, we were going to use a longer screw because this is going to be going through 2 boards. That's tight and snug.
Did you tell mine?
Now, we're going to put our second brace down here at the bottom. And we're going to put our brace here, and the reason we are using a brace is because we've just used long screws before, but the dirt has tended to push the boxes apart, so the brace seems to help it a little bit. And this one is going through 2 boards, so we're going to use a long screw on this. completely done this corner here. Now some folks might want to drill pilot holes, but you really don't have to do this. This is yellow pine, and these screws go in fairly easy. Okay, now we're going to turn this around and do the other side. They'll only go a certain way, because if you put it out on the end here, then it will be too short. It won't meet up with this. So you have to make sure that you're putting the boards in the proper places.
So one's inside and one's outside.
This one here is to the out. This one here is going to be to the inside. We're going to do the top one first. Now we're ready for our last board here. We're going to put it up here, make sure it meets up.
This one's on the inside, this one's on the outside.
Notice we've got one on the inside, one on the outside. And yes, it does meet up reasonably.
Low. You need to put something on this.
You notice this is a little bit wobbly here, so we're going to try to turn the board over and see if that makes any difference. Flip it. And it does. A little bit. Going to have to hold down on this. Here's our fourth corner. We're on the top now, remember. Gotta walk here. But it's soft wood, so pretty much go in. Okay, now if you just walk around the whole thing, we're going to check and see if the whole thing looks pretty square before we put our final bottom braces on. And that looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, we're going to flip this over your way. Okay. Flip this over to do the bottom one so it make it a little easy. And it'll be off a little bit here and there, but mainly that's because the wood is not the best wood that you can get these days anymore. Now I'm doing the bottom one, I'm doing it opposite of the other one, just to give it a little bit of stabilization. This one won't take as long to screw there because it'll go through this knot. We only need the long screws where it's going through two boards. Okay, this corner here is complete now. All we have to do is finish the other three corners and the box will be ready. And we've got our final brace in, so this box is perfectly square and ready to go into the garden. Now we're going to go and prep our site. Okay, we've got this box down now, and what we have done with our site is laid newspapers down, or you can use cardboard for weed control. Now, some people will spray with glyphosate, weed killer, but you do need to understand that that will remain in the soil until the microbes break it down, and it can stay in anywhere from 10 to 2 months, depending on the soil. So you want to keep it in mind. So we put newspapers down, and this box is ready to fill with dirt. Okay, I've got my newspapers here, and I'm just going to lay these down over the grass to kill the grass. You cut. Okay, we've got our newspapers down, and now Debbie's going to water them down.
Just make sure you cover all the ground.
You want to make sure this is all covered.
Put more in as you need it.
And put more in as you need it, and eventually this will kill all of the weeds.
It's just like a composting at the bottom.
So that's about it for right now, and we've got our box made, we've got our soil prep, and all we need to do now is fill the boxes up. And our next section is going to be on how to make compost and how to make a soilless mix.